Alright, hello and welcome to the video, guys. So we're going to be looking at a really close game that I played with my dad. This was actually last night, so it's pretty fresh in my mind. And we're going to be on Mountain Pass. This was actually a Tier 4-5 game. I enjoy playing some of the lower tiers with my father. He really enjoys playing like Tier 5, Tier 6. So occasionally we'll get into a 4 game. And these games can be fun, man. I don't really care what people say. I find that sometimes, in fact, a lot of times, lower tier games tend to be way more enjoyable for whatever reason. I don't know, it just feels like people are much less timid about like pushing into certain areas, and people just make like really aggressive plays, and it's just, I don't know, it's just more fun, it's more exciting. Usually the games are a little quicker and whatever, so I do enjoy playing these. My dad is going to come out here with the Lux. He's in the Lux, and these people are crossing the bridge. I see that. I'm like, let me get some shots at the KV-1. I see he's trying to put shots into my dad, but this guy starts backing up then, and I can see all these people are pushing over the bridge. And this is what I mean at Tier 4, Tier 5, whatever. People will make plays like this that are just wild and don't make any sense, but they'll make them, right? So, going to clean up the Semovente over here, and I'm looking for one more shot into the KV-1. It's not looking that great. I'm going to take it. It bounces. And at this point, I see that all these people have pushed into this area. Like, I'm clicking on it. I'm spamming it. I'm like, look at this. I'm coming back with the M10 so that a bush is in front of me. I don't get lit here. And look at this, man. We are just going to start absolutely unloading on these guys. It's just going to be ridiculous. So I'm going to auto-lock this guy. SU-76 GFT is pretty insane when it comes to DPM. Like, this gun hits really hard, but it also has good DPM at the same time. So yeah, it's just incredible. Like, when you get a situation like this where people are just driving right in front of your gun, you know, it's exciting. But again, this is way more common at these tiers, and that's why sometimes it makes them pretty fun to play. So I'm going to clean up the SU-76 here. I'm still looking for more shots. I'm at 1240 damage, and now I see that the team has basically left this entire side of the map wide open as well. There's like 5 people coming in this way. Everyone rushed through this way. I don't even know what happened with our team. Like, it seems like they have way more enemies than us, right? It's just kind of weird. Like, all the mediums pushed over here, yet they left this wide open, and they're still trying to push it and whatever. So this is what happens at these tiers. I can't emphasize that enough, guys. It's just the weirdest things will happen at these tiers that you're not expecting. So I'm going to push close to my dad here at this point, and I'm looking to see if we can clean up like the 14 TP or something like that. And then I realize at this point that like I need to get back because the KV-1 is in the mid and I want to put some shots into this guy, but also the Leopard probably came up here or something, so I just got to be cautious about this. So I'm going to come around the corner here. The KV-1 isn't really paying attention. I can see that. He's looking somewhere else. I'm going to get one into him here. I'm able to light him on fire, which is wonderful. Get one more into him, I track him, and then someone else is able to clean him up there. So that's great. M10 is coming to help. It's not needed. I'm at 1587 damage, and now we need to defend the base. So I'm spamming the defend the base, and my dad is coming back, the Churchill's coming back, the M10's coming back, and we're going to see what we can do here, right? So Leopard is here. He appears in this push. That's probably how I was spotted before. He spams the crap out of me with APCRs. I knew I was going to take an entire clip there. I was just hoping I was going to live through it, and I did. And now at this point, they have 3 on the cap, and our team is also trying to cap, right? So this guy's able to clean up the, whatever that tank was just there, the SAV M43 or whatever. And now at this point, we need to try and reset the base. The Matilda's here, the VK's here, my dad's getting one shot into the VK there, the Churchill's trying to push in, and yeah, you can see like how close this game is going to be, right? So at this point, I'm gonna pause here and just explain this. We have the Skoda over here, we have the P26. Likely the Matilda at this point is going to push back. He was last spotted here. There's a chance that he could have kind of came this way and was pushing towards the base, so maybe he won't come back. But regardless, it's going to be 2v1 against the Skoda P26 and the Matilda, right? So Skoda P26 versus the Matilda over here, and then it's my dad and I versus the VK and the Matilda here. So you're thinking, well, in this situation, we need to at least reset the cap one more time, but I'm a solid turret tank, right? There's really not an easy way for me to do this. I'm a one-shot, so chances are highly likely that I won't be able to reset the cap. My dad's going to have to take one of those hits, and he's trying to poke around the corner here without getting hit himself and reset this. So watch how this kind of goes here. My dad's taking one more shot here. He's pulling back. the VK is pushing in, and what I'm trying to do is get up into this bush, so this way I'm not spotted until I crest here. So maybe that gives me, realistically, it might give me like 1 more second or something like that, where I'm not lit, so I can try and get a shot into one of these guys. Now keep in mind, these are lower tiers, these players probably aren't the greatest. I doubt this would work against good players, but I'm trying to give it a shot, right? I pull up, the VK I guess saw me but just wasn't ready for it, and I'm able to put 1 shell into this guy's side plate, and I didn't even really use the bush I said I was going to use. But maybe this kind of kept me hidden a little bit, I don't know. I mean, at this point I got the shot to him, I don't really care, but you can see now that we're likely going to win this game if the Matilda is not able to come back and reset versus the Skoda and the P26. However, I want to say it needs to be a 4-second difference. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure even if you cap a couple seconds before the enemy team caps, as long as they cap within a few second window, then it becomes a draw as well. So at this point, I would like 1 more reset. My dad ends up getting it there, and now we have it. Take a look at this. It's 18 seconds versus 12 seconds. My dad miraculously puts another shell into this guy, and now we know we have it right at this point. So there's no reason for us to push in. We can if we want, and we're going to because we want more damage. So my dad pushes in, he gets 1 shot there into the Matilda. I come in, I end up hitting this guy once. My dad hits him again, I hit him again, and we can't quite get the kill, but it's all good because we won the game, right? So my dad and I basically won this. You could say that the 4 of us kind of carried this, but I mean, my dad and I are the ones that came back, we got the reset on the cap, and I freaking did 2,400 damage here, so I'm really, really happy with that. And I had 2 kills, my dad had 1, and what a phenomenal, fun game this was to play. So there you go. That's how, even a low-tier game can go. You can call it seal clubbing, but I always just say, guys, play the tanks you want to play the tanks that you enjoy. My dad and I, we love playing these lower tiers sometimes, man, because you'll get into games like this that are just fun. This is one of the most fun games I've had in weeks, probably, and it just so happens it's a tier 4 game. So I would say the T71 DA games are probably the second most fun games that I've been in, but here you go. This is the SU-76 GFT on the Mountain Pass. This thing is pretty damn OP for a TD at tier 4, and there you go, guys. So nothing really more to say about it. I really think my dad and I were the deciding factor in that game, but those other 2 guys did a very good job to cap as well. I think I already had these open, so they might be open twice. Yeah, that's all right, though. We got 3 badges here, 24, 26 damage. We did 2 kills here, and we got a good amount of module damage on these guys. Let's see, we did, 24, 26. It was 823 experience. The Churchill played a hell of a game. Look at this, 5 kills, 1,100 damage, so you can say that this guy pretty much carried as well. And these, this was a collective effort, right? I believe that's the term. P26, Skoda, my dad and I, and this Churchill, and even the M10 as well, man. This guy had a good game. And we really carried this thing for our team. The Leopard was actually a really good player, man. If he went back to the bushes a little further, he probably could have won this because he would have been able to stop us from resetting. Like if he went back into the trees by our base, might have been a better play, but he did really well as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, we'll take a look at the final detailed report here. You can see how many shots I fired. 17 hits, 16 pens. Like, all these were pretty close range too. And we got the reset, the defense points, and that's it. It was only a 5-minute and 31-second game, which is wild considering how close it was. I have 79 battles in this vehicle, a 59% win rate, and I'm averaging almost 1,200 damage in it, and it's a tier 4, so you can see kind of how OP this thing is. I didn't even have a perk selected here, so I think I should select like recon or probably concealment here. And yeah, like the concealment is not bad on this vehicle. The DPM is, it's 2,000, but keep in mind this is a tier 4. So, and yeah, the accuracy not insane, like 0.38. Aiming time is actually pretty good. And I've run this thing with vents, binocs, aim tuner, and because you can't really run much else at tier 4 and the rations. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know a lot of people aren't fans of like watching tier 4 replays, but this is a really close, fun game. So figured I would bring it to you. I haven't played with my dad in a while. It's fun to kind of post videos of some of our games together when they're really close like this. And yeah, we enjoyed this game. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Catch you for the next one, guys. Bye-bye now. Take care.